Religion in public schools.
Hands vlogs at an unpredictable interval.
Hello, Sourcefed Movie Club. I'm Professor Hans von Puppet. Long time no see. Okay, if you don't know what Sourcefed is, it's this great channel on YouTube you should be watching with all kinds of daily news. And now we're on Sourcefed Nerd, where they do all kinds of stuff that is in the pop cultural sphere of influence. Okay, I interviewed pretty much everybody from Sourcefed at VidCon a couple of weeks ago, which you can see right here, except for the delightful Trisha Hirschberger, which I missed for some reason. But don't worry, because I already got her on my life list right here from when I met her at Comic-Con a couple of years ago. There's still more surprises coming from Comic-Con and VidCon and all that. But anyway, Movie Club, back to business. They want us to review a movie from Netflix, and this week the movie is Saved from 2004 with the lovely Mandy Moore and a bunch of other great actors. This is the story of a girl in a Christian high school who becomes pregnant because she has sex with her gay boyfriend to try to, ungay him in the spirit of Jesus, you see. Doesn't work out. He stays gay. They send him off to kind of the Promise Keeper's place, and she becomes pregnant, which she keeps secret for most of the film from nearly everybody until it all kind of blows up in her face. It's a pretty standard teenage comedy, this was from 2004. Yeah, this film seems really dated, even though it's only less than 10 years old, Nobody has cell phones, forget about iPhones, and, it seems a little old-fashioned that way. It seems like an 80s film more than a 2000s film, which is strange. I wonder if they consciously went back and made everyone look kind of, unhip and retro because it's this Christian high school. Interesting. Now, this film doesn't come out against Christianity or against religion or anything, and that's fine, But what they come out against is intolerance, which I think is good, because I'm personally against intolerance. If there's one thing I cannot tolerate, it is intolerance. I'm like a museum of tolerance for things except for intolerance. Anyway, like most high school films, you got the main character, this girl who is kind of a popular girl, but then kind of an outcast, Then you got the really mean, popular girl who is Mandy Moore, who's very used to the power of Jesus and talking about prayer and using Jesus in your life to kind of put everyone else down and keep all her minions in line. And then you got the main girl, who is the one who ends up pregnant, who we have not seen her in very much since then, but I'm sure she's been in a few things. And of course, she's in love with Patrick Fugit, who's the kid from, what was that film? Hold Me Closer, Tiny Dancer on the Bus, about rock and roll, and this is going to drive me crazy. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Patrick Fugit, he is there. He is the kind of outcast boy who really has a crush on the pregnant girl, and they sort of dance around that for a long time. Then you got Macaulay Culkin, who's in a wheelchair. He's the crippled kid in this movie, who becomes friends with the kind of outcast Jewish girl who smokes cigarettes, and it's always kind of shocking in all the Christians, and always being very rude and swearing and arriving at school drunk and all of that. Yet somehow stays in school with very little problem. And of course, it is the people who are perceived as super Christian and super wonderful who are the most evil. And it is, of course, the outcasts who are sort of without Jesus who end up being the real mensches, the real nice people who you're rooting for by the end of the film. You sort of see all this stuff coming down the road. Nothing too earth-shattering here. The most exciting thing is Mary Louise Parker, who is the girl's mother, who is kind of oblivious the whole time, is blonde for the middle part of the movie, which is very exciting. She's very cute as a blonde, I must say. And of course, in the end, the evil Mandy Moore gets her comeuppance, She is discovered to be the evil person who she is, who has framed all the kids for this defacement of the school property and all that. And she, enraged, she goes and drives her car into the giant statue of Jesus, which falls on her car. And, not happy. But then they end up all kind of making up at the end. The girl has her baby, and everything seems fine, even though she is an unwed high school junior, I suppose, with a baby. Which is okay, this happens. And the thing we discover halfway through is that her mother also, since she is so young, probably also was a teen pregnancy. Gee, I wonder why all these Christians have teen pregnancies. Well, do you think it might be because they don't teach them about birth control? And we are all mammals and we're going to do it anyway? So listen, kids, wrap it up. Use a condom every time, The only way that you are not going to get pregnant is to not have sex or to keep the sperms, to yourself, Keep them in the condom. The more you know. Anyway, I enjoyed this film. I give it, I don't know, half of the stars or Stormtroopers or whatever it is. But I don't know. I wouldn't waste a lot of your time watching this. You have seen this before. There's lots more entertaining high school oldies you might enjoy, like, I don't know, Heathers or something like that. But the interesting thing about this movie is the Christianity, you see. And, there's nothing wrong with being Christian and the Christian values, you see. I think the reason that Christianity is so popular the world over is because Jesus had a lot of good ideas about, forgiving people and turning the other cheek and being nice to everyone and helping the poor and, being a good person, and all that other nonsense about, you can't be gay or you can't have sex before marriage or you can't, eat shellfish and stuff. People realize that is not really, what it's about. It's really more about being kind to each other, being good to each other. And the people who cling to all the rules and all the don'ts of Christianity are kind of missing the point. And they are forgetting to do the do's, which is to love each other and forgive each other. I am a Christian myself, but I'm not a devout Christian. That's because I'm kind of an atheist as well. But I am not a devout atheist either. You see, I believe in the middle path. That's just my opinion. Oh, I can't wait for the comments on this one. Okay, folks, thanks for watching. Please enjoy Sourcefed and all their jazz. You can like and subscribe to all of my stuff and leave me a comment and tell me what you think. I miss you. For more in-depth exploration of my own religious views, please watch this film about the origin of the universe. It's very interesting.